Welcome officially to the month of December, ruled this month by a Yang Earth rat according to Bazi Chinese Astrology. And this is our week ahead forecast. So welcome, my name is Lydia Griffith. This is Fire Horse Wisdom. I'm happy to be with you today. If this sparks interest for you, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell so you don't miss a single video. And remember to also follow along each day with my daily shorts, which gives you a little bit of wisdom and guidance to help you along your way. So the first day, according to our lunar calendar, Bazi Astrology, is a yin wood snake year and a month of yang earth rat. And I'll put in the links below the forecast videos for December, because this is not stable, friends. You have yang earth sitting on top of yin water, which is like a puddle. It's not big water. It's not an ocean. It's more like a small pond. And that earth on top feels very unstable. I don't know about earthquakes, but there is something about feeling the earth move. And I'm not just talking Carole King here. It's a great song, you got to admit. And the first day starting this week is a yin metal pig, which, interesting, is the month that we just ended. If you ask me, it's almost like there's some residue from whatever was going on for you last month showing up on Monday. What isn't resolved? What is that static cling? What is the lint left over from the last few weeks for you? And also a bit of a reminder, because we just ended one of the most conflicted months of 2025, because the pig is the enemy of the snake. So it's a combative Monday. It's a Monday where you come in with kind of like this mood. And again, it feels like you're dragging something, maybe a conversation that didn't get fully resolved, or a situation that's still hanging without conclusion, is really kind of a thorn in your side. And where you're trying to find some level of accord, some level of okayness, because the pig really wants things to feel comfortable. And the rat sitting there is very much pulling you into a more public or social arena. But be really careful, again, with what you're dragging into this week. Okay? And this week really has a very somber beginning. But the end of the week shows some promise. So there is that. But Tuesday, we have a yang water rat in a yin earth rat month. It is soaking wet. Somewhere on this happy planet, there is a deluge of rain. It's very wet. It's very emotional. And when we think of emotion in wintertime, I think of grief. What's been lost for you, friend? December can be, for some people, a pretty difficult month between, at least the United States, between Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's. If there are people in your life that are no longer with you. And I know for myself, I am deep into a 5-year-long grief journey that this time of year really is not an easy time. And so a day like this is kind of got that vibe of a rainy, cold day when you just want to curl in. And the rat is so much about gathering with people, not isolating yourself, not being alone, but going, for instance, to that AA meeting, or going to that church, whatever, or temple or sangha that you have, to find your people, your tribe, and sit with them and feel all the feels. And then on Wednesday, a yin water ox is a very slow moving effort. I don't have it in me, but I'm going to try to get stuff done. The looming list of what needs to happen for the holidays. And hey, up to you whether you want to really continue this capitalist idea of buying a whole bunch of stuff for the people in your life for the holidays. Or maybe you ease back and change the narrative this year and do something different. But it's a slow to move. It feels kind of depressed and heavy today. Introspective. You're trying to get stuff done, but it's an effort. Then we get to the 11th of December. It's a Yangwood tiger that forms a semi-fire penalty with our year of the snake. And so there is this resurrection. All of a sudden, Thursday shows up and you're like, oh, the lights came on. And even with the penalty, cautioning you to losing money, losing face, losing something from a relationship, or, going it alone and walking off the cliff of life, or changing, turning down a road and suddenly you're in the wrong neighborhood. There is space here today for wild liberation, wild exploration. And maybe you do that in a safe container, safe for you. But there's definitely something kicking you up on Thursday. We get to Friday, a yin wood rabbit. It's interesting. It's like somebody bringing you a bright, beautiful bouquet of flowers in the dead of winter. What's blooming for you at the end of this week? What did your tears water? Where do you resolve and find harmony in your life? What have you negotiated that actually turned out to allow something this week to bloom, to manifest? What's blooming for you? And hey, this is collective astrology. If you want to know your own Bazi Astrology, your 4 pillars of the year, month, day, and hour that you were born, and how that impacts this daily astrology so that you can really follow along. And Lord knows, now is a time to get your reading because it comes with your 2026 Year of the Fire Horse forecast. And I'm telling you, the videos will start coming out about 2026 in force this month. Everything from the health, the wealth, including crypto. I know a lot of you have been waiting for that forecast, and it's coming with the financial forecast for 2026 and all the other nuances. But that being said, I will not ever do one of those. If you are a sheep, this is your forecast for 2026. If you're a rat, this is your forecast. I will never do the 12 zodiac animals 2026 because there are 4 pillars. I'm not going to cherry pick one and leave you with a fraction of the story because I don't know the rest of your story. And I'm not giving you false information. Not going to happen. But what I will say is of the 5 elements, there are actually 10 outcomes for 2026. I know, I've gone off on a tangent, but stay with me here. So somebody who is in, for instance, a yin fire or yang fire year is going to have a year that is very much about who they are, who they're partnering with. For instance, if you are born on the day of fire, I would say absolutely it's a great year to form partnerships, to collaborate, and to stand in your power like never before. And you've got to remember 2026, year of the fire horse, is going to be a major, big spotlight of energy on some part of your Bazi that can be a great thing or possibly not so great thing. So again, follow the link below to Fire Horse Wisdom to get your reading. This is a great time. You always want to go into a new year knowing your forecast. Anyway, so we end the week on the 12th with this bloom. Bloom. What is blooming for you? I want to know this. And then Saturday, we have a Yang Fire Dragon. Holy smokes. Whatever bloomed on Friday, you took the impetus of that and wildly animated something into action. This is to the permission granted to innovate, to lead with vim and vigor. Go big. I know it's Saturday, but maybe it's a day when you've got a chance to drag your laptop off into an office or a quiet space and really put out something incredible. Brainstorm maybe your 2026 with a mapping exercise. Then on Sunday, the 14th, we fold this week in with a yin fire snake. Sensing after the last few days, I would say, maybe starting with Thursday's tiger. What's on fire for you right now? What's lit up your crystal ball? Love that. The snake is very discerning, very sensing, very sensual, sexy day. Could be a beautiful romantic day. Definitely a day to tap into your psychic knowing, capital K, sense of connection to God, spirit, angels, guides, guardians. And I love all of that for us. And then just a little forecasting forward into next week. Next week has got an interesting mix of energies, and it starts with a big conflicted day. So play with all of this from Thursday into Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The first part of the week, just be really tender and gentle with yourself. And one of the things that I love to do when I'm feeling low is make a gratitude list. And if you're feeling low at the beginning of your day, begin your day with reading from a book or listening to a podcast that has some little inspiration for you for the day. I like to pull a tarot card for the day or a goddess card for the day as little wisdom for myself, and make a gratitude list so that you start your day aware of all that's good in your life. And if you're going to bed in the same vein, feeling heavy and low, make that gratitude list. Put your phone down at least an hour before you go to bed to get that blue slates, that screen out of your head, and all of the stuff out of your head. Do some quiet, still breathing. Use a wisdom card or some positive messaging and make that gratitude list. And some days when it's super, super hard, start and end your day that way. And be extra loving and supportive with yourself. Healthy boundaries, no apologies. No, I'm sorry, but I can't. Just, can't do that today. Honor yourself these first few days of this week. And then be curious going into Thursday of exactly what is opening up, because something, my friends, is percolating big and certainly going to be in wild bloom by Saturday. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, please be well.